Hawkins, also known as Brooklyn.
My Stranger Things experience. I went with my homegirl Sophia. Shout out to her. I'd love to get her on the program one day. She said yes one day. So even if we patch her in, if we get her on the video, whatever, all good. Love her. She's one of my mentors. She doesn't like me saying that because I think it makes her look old, but she's not even old. So whatever. Bad choice of words. But we love Stranger Things. We're obsessed. It's a really good show. I love TV. I'm already obsessed with TV. I'm already obsessed with film. So if it's like the creme de la creme, I'm all about it. Or whatever you think is a creme de la creme. I usually think it's like a mix. I'm not that snobby. I know I'm a snob. But like I do follow like the critics, like Rotten Tomatoes and all that stuff, Media Critic and Google and whatever you think of. And I won't like ruin it for you, especially if you're in the hoods that have this Stranger Things pop up. But you go through like it's like kind of like an amusement ride. You start off, you have to sign, you have to go get a ticket. It's like around $70. And you go, it's a time release ticket. So you go for the appointment. You go through like this, what's the first like thing? Again, think of the theme park. Think of like if you're in Orlando or Six Flags or something like that, which I just learned recently is the amount of there was so many people that used to own Texas. That's why they used to have 6 different flags. I only learned that recently. That's why it's called Six Flags, because it originated in Texas, whatever. Netflix. So we're there and we start off in like the outside the lab, and then we get inside the lab and there's like these like theater actors, and they're a little corny to be honest. So in the beginning, don't try to walk out because it's like really bad. You're just like, wow, I understand $30 for this, but 70, I'm like, this is terrible. And I love live events. So then we get in and it's like a 3D show. They give us 3D glasses. Actually, we didn't even get there yet. My bad. I skipped a step. We're in the lab. We're actually in the lab before we're in the rainbow room. The rainbow room where like the kids, the 11 and all those guys, 7, 1, 2, all those guys, they are like doing Rubik's Cube. Shout out to my brother. He's like one of the only people I know in person that could do that. I'm so jealous. And he could do they do the Rubik's Cube. Then they get into the lab. And then that's when it's it's still like a ride, but it's like more, it's a little mild. Again, I won't ruin it, but it's like, shadows and stuff. It's not that exciting. Again, once they give us the 3D glasses, that's when all bets are off. That's when the Demogorgons are coming at you. You're in the upside down world. It's nuts. And to be honest, the 3D, I'm not a big fan of 3D. I think a lot of people are cheap dates when it comes to that. They love the cheap thrills. 3D technology has a lot of potential to be awesome. But again, a lot of people cut corners. They did not. Netflix spared no expense of getting that demo like dog in my face. Oh, that was Sophia's picture, by the way. I was actually a little wimp. I did not take pictures when we got to like the 3D area. They were very strict about that, and she got one. I was like, "Oh, you a thug? You a G, Sophia? You are a G, Sophia. You heard it here. You're a G." But Stranger Things was amazing, and one of the better parts was yep, there you go. We went to they had like a shop, like a pop-up shop after. And like capitalism, all good. But they had like the Be Kind Rewind little blockbuster section. They had the pizza shop. They had the basement of there we go, Be Kind Rewind. They had what's his name? The guy that was in the was his name Will or something like that, or Kurt, I forgot. Some white name. No, I'm joking. So the one that got into the Upside Down were the first 2 seasons. And he's got like a nasty bowl cut now. Gross. So they got his basement with like all the words on the basement. What else do they have? They had the ice cream shop, the Scoops Ahoy. Yep, there you go. They had the Scoops Ahoy, and they had all food. It wasn't even just like installations. It was or like little exhibitions. Like they actually had ice cream. They actually had flavors and floats, and music was on par, and the attendants at the video store were like showing you those were the real good actors. Like to be honest, those people were like they were acting like real blockbuster like attendants. But yeah, the laboratory people, they need to work on that. They need to go back to the master class for that one. Sorry. That's all I got. I bought some memorabilia, of course. Oh, yep, I got an arcade shirt. That's my Scoops Ahoy shirt. I brought that there. You see the Demogorgon. So the difference, if people don't watch the show, the Demogorgon is the one that's like upright. The Demodog, I believe, is the one that's like a dog, like on the quad pedal. Then you got I believe what's it called? Whatever. Never mind. I won't ruin it for you. There's an upper echelon. It goes up in Monsters, and there is going to be a 5th season. So you're going to probably see a culmination of all of them. And thank you for Sophia for joining me on that. I forgot who brought it up, but to be honest, they set it up before the pandemic, so I think they had to stall it because we couldn't be there in person. So luckily, I got the notification, or she did, and it was well worth it. Again, I thought that it was going to be totally whack, but it ended up being phenomenal. I would actually go again. It was really, really fun.